Сразу тоже берем полностью.
마지막 블리스틱 스포츠까지 해서 전부 다 너무 멋진 경험이었습니다. 감사합니다.
Рукой помахать?
Да не надо,
Не надо же?
감사합니다. Спасибо большое.
Там самый, да?
Понял, спасибо.
Да.
Как проходил спуск?
Yuri, how was the re-entry?
А как?
Well, it was interesting. Interesting is a good description. Did you enjoy it? Did you feel like a merry-go-round? Well, pretty much so.
Поисковая служба у вас сразу?
Did the search and rescue team locate you right away? Yes.
Ну, далеко, далеко.
But you were quite far away.
Непривычно, по прошлому разу.
That was like an unusual point of landing.
Как состояние здоровья?
And how do you feel? I'm all right. I'm all right.
А еще раз полетите в космос?
Would you like to go to space one more time? I'd love to. Because my flight was very short, only 10 days. I would like to go on a long duration flight and be there for 6 months, just like Yuri Ivanovich.
Да, я надеюсь.
Я не могу говорить. Я не могу говорить. Класс, шальной. Сейчас, подержи.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, first of all, please allow me to congratulate you on the safe landing. The land of Kustanai and people of Kustanai sending you their warm regards and are happy to greet you. Because Kustanai is our space harbor from 1964. You are the 27th space crew that we received, and today we have people of Kustanai gathered here to greet you. We would like to say that it's not the first time now that the representatives of various countries have been on board the space station, and that's why we believe that cosmonauts and astronauts are very brave people. We know that. And I'm very happy to greet the representative of South Korea, So-Yan. And this was a very brave action on her behalf. And this is the great event in the history of the American space exploration. It was the first time when a woman was the ISS crew commander. And I also would like to say that considering her first space flight, so she's beat the record, and now she spent the most time in space if we add up her both space missions.
ISS Program Manager Mike Suffredini. Mike, an eventful day, but one with a happy ending. Your thoughts as you learned with the rest of us on the helicopters about the ballistic landing and the outcome with Peggy heading home now?
Well, let's see, you're always concerned about the crew on any entry vehicle, and so when we had a few moments there we weren't exactly sure whether they had done a ballistic entry or something else, and so we were very happy when we heard that they had done a ballistic entry, and in fact even more so when we got word from the crew that they were safe and sound. Of course, they're on their way back now on the helicopters here to Kustanai, and we're looking forward to seeing them here in just a few moments.
I'm always struck by the choreography of the Russian search and recovery forces and how quickly they can mobilize into a non-conventional situation. What were you thinking about? Because you're very familiar with all of this choreography.
Yeah, they're a very adaptive organization, and so it was the most interesting thing about this is it's not easy to know exactly where the Soyuz spacecraft is, and it seems like a spacecraft coming out of the sky under parachutes is an easy thing to see, but in fact it's actually more difficult than you think. So there were some moments where they weren't exactly sure where the spacecraft was yet and hadn't quite located it, and at that point they had to be very flexible and figure out, okay, if it's this, what do we do? If it's that, what do we do? But they're very nimble on their toes, and they're an outstanding organization, this team that we've worked with now for several entries, and always impressive. And so, yeah, I was in the middle of it today, and they showed us how good they are today once again.
There will be some work to do, obviously, on a postscript, this being the second consecutive ballistic landing that a Soyuz has encountered. Any thoughts about what might occur as an investigation or an inquiry a technical inquiry might be mounted in this regard?
Well, our Russian colleagues are very thorough, so I would expect another commission to be appointed and a thorough review of the data and a recommendation for what we should do to make sure we don't have one in the future. Of course, a number of anomalies can cause a ballistic entry, and a ballistic entry is, if you will, a normal contingency mode, so it's a perfectly safe entry mode. But in spite of that, we don't really want to put the crews through them, and we want to know what anomalies have occurred that cause us to be in the ballistic reentry. And so I would expect the same setup, a thorough investigation through a commission, a recommendation for how to repair or recover from this whatever this anomaly was. And of course, if it's related to the last anomaly, that'll add data to the last ballistic reentry as well.
And finally, Mike, when all is said and done, Expedition 16 is in the record books, and it is one for the books. What are your thoughts about the legacy that Peggy and her various crewmates left on the International Space Station?
Well, it's going to be hard to believe that any crew will ever have the opportunity to do what Increment 16 did. This is one of the few increments where all of the plans we had made, all of the construction that we'd planned for, the arrival and installation of Node 2, a number of EVAs to configure it, for the arrival of the Columbus module, of course the arrival of the Columbus module, the installation of the Japanese logistics module, the SPDM, all of that coming on board, all of those flights coming within that increment as we planned, and then of course the arrival of a brand new spacecraft, the ATV. So it was, like you said, a historical increment, and it'll be one that'll be tough to beat in the future.